I have decided to show you a unique way of putting on a collar. This method as well, you can also use this method to do the cuffs of a sleeves, the shirt cuff, or any cuff. Right, here we have, I've checked out my collar and they're equal, that's fine. I mustn't forget which way is going to be my right side. So this is going to be the way that turns under. So I'm going to use this side to turn. So what I shall do is, have your iron ready. Actually you stitch this down. So I've opened it at the side and I've just turned it in, just say less than 1/4 of an inch. Turned in, and I'm going to iron that in. Don't forget this has got a curve on it. So there you can see it. I've turned that bit in and I'm going to stitch it down. So when you look at it from this end, it is that much in from the edge. In order to keep that still, let me see now. Now that'll do. Once again, as I said, you can either top stitch that, which gives it a poorer quality, but it makes life much more easier. Or if you've got one of these, just follow the side and mark it out on the one underneath, whereby that will be your stitching line. But you don't necessarily have to use this tool, because when you stitch, all you do is put your machine foot on top of the top collar, which is already bent in, and you'll stitch and use that as a ruler to get it as close as this as you can. But the sides are left open, and then we're going to close that up later. We're going to get our shirt and we're going to pin it onto it. But which way are we going to do it? Here's our shirt. We're going to have the fold bit on the outside, which is going to be top stitch. So we have to find our center of our jacket, which is, the center is there, and nip it. We've got a little nip there. Yeah, that's there. We find the center of our collar and nip it, just a little nip, just so you know where you are, and we're going to put the two together. Right, this is the right side of the jacket. That is the right side of the jacket, and that is the back side of the collar. So we're going to put the two nips together. We're going to pin it down, and it's quite weird because we've got all the raw edge going on, which looks like it's the right side of the jacket. You're absolutely right, it is. And we're going to stitch this down. So I'm going to get on with it and I'm going to stitch this down, and I'll be back with you later. Right, now my collar is back on the table and I've stitched one side down. Now we've got, this is the right side of the jacket, which is the back side, but it's the right side of the fabric. And this is the back of the collar, which is going to fold over like that. That's the way we're looking at it, which is joined onto the yoke and the front two seams. So remember I ironed this bit down. So what we're going to do now is we're now going to pin this down all the way round, because we're going to top stitch it. You know, I'm not one for top stitching, but this is the most easiest way of doing this bit here. So we're going to pin this down all the way around, making sure that there's no puckering going on here. All the way around, and we'll go back to this side. We'll tuck that in. Pull it down. Now this is where it's likely to give you a bit of trouble. Bring it down and hide all that untidiness. And at this point, make sure it's nice and tight between this bit here. Pin it. We do the same going all the way around. This is a much better finish. And you will do the same all the way round to the other side. So just allow me to get on with it, and I'll be back with you in a second. I'll do the other half. Right, so now here is my collar getting almost ready to be stitched. I've pinned it going all the way around so that you can see it. Right, all the way around. I haven't yet stitched it up yet. I've just put it on. So it's only stitched from one side, and now I'm going to do the outer side, which is the top stitching. Right, and as you can see, it's equal. Shoulders, overlaps. There's the bit for the button, and then you turn it over, and here's my shirt almost complete. Yes? So there you have it, the shirt. And now I'm going to sew it on. And that's it. And then I'm going to put the buttonholes on. Now that I've got the collar on, I can now do the buttonholes. So there it is, the shirt almost complete. We go close up to the edge, right to the edge, and that's all we do. We follow the foot and we just continue sewing right up to the edge. Yeah, I hope I don't get in the way from you. I think I like to do this in just a little bit larger stitch. That's secure. Just take your voila. Nice if you can do. That's the right side. Flips over like that. And that's the inside of the neck. Yeah?